Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are back at it. But today I just wanted to kind of talk about where I've been, because I know I haven't been posting anymore and stuff like that. So today I'm going to be explaining why I haven't been posting and why I haven't been on the internet lately. So I know you guys are probably just wondering right now, so I'm just going to get right to the point. I've been working on a project, and I still am. We're working on a script for a show that I'm really happy about, that is going good so far. I'm not going to give you too much information about the show, but each episode is going to be 45 minutes long. 7 episodes in season 1. 7 or 6 episodes season 1. And, what else is there? I've been working on writing a script. Right now there's a couple pages. Not only are there a couple pages, but I'm also trying to figure out who are the actors, or who are going to play these people as the actors, and who are going to play the zombies. So, main plot of the story, there's these people who are surviving, obviously out in a zombie apocalypse, and you guys get the point. Inspirations from The Walking Dead a bit, but I don't know, Hoodie Apocalypse, it went well and stuff, but let's talk about the Hoodie Apocalypse. So we are going to be discontinuing the Hoodie Apocalypse due to not many people with interest, and genuinely I just didn't like it. I liked the idea at first, but overall, I just didn't like it. So, there was gonna be an episode 2 releasing before I discontinued it. Barely an episode 2. But barely an episode 2. And, I was gonna release it, but I got rid of CapCut for a while, and I didn't know I deleted all your footage if you deleted it. So it was pretty good. It was way better. It was like 2 or 5 minutes or 6. It was pretty good for that episode. Barely an episode. It looks like it wasn't even a trailer or anything. I showed it to a couple people. They liked it. But overall, it got deleted. I was gonna release it before we discontinued it, and just show you guys what we could have posted, but it got deleted. So that's that. Back to my show. The show's name's gonna be called Doomsday. We are gonna hopefully film it next year, maybe around summer, fall. Still saving up. We're still funding money for the show and writing the script. It's a lot of work. We still have to write 60 pages per frickin' episode. It's just a lot. And on top of that, I have to make money for props and just clothing. It's a lot, guys. Filming is no joke. I'm also trying to talk with some people to see if I can get film locations. It's really a lot. I didn't think real filming was so hard, but now I know. I was gonna say there was gonna be a couple videos I might upload on my channel. I don't know. I don't think I might do them anymore, but you guys let me know in the comments if you would like to see videos like that. I was gonna release like Poor to Rich and Adopt Me alt account, to see if I can get Poor to Rich, obviously. Well, I didn't want to film it right now due to everything I have. On top of that, I also have school right now. It's just a lot, guys. It really is. But those will be coming out. I just want to let you know. I'll be hyping up with some trailers. The series with some trailers. I'm just really hoping that a lot of people watch this, because we are going to be putting a lot of work and time into this. Right now, we are putting a lot of work and time into this, so we are hoping that you guys would like to watch this and we'd have a bunch of viewers. I'm going to probably post way more. I'm going to try to post way more, because I need, so we can get better. We do need a better audience. Not a better audience. Hold on. More of an audience. Basically a better audience. More. So, we need more people to watch this, at least, because we're going to be putting so much work into this. Overall, I'm just really hoping the show goes the way we plan it to. I have everything set up. I have, like, agreements, like actor agreement papers. There's just so much. But yeah, that's all I can think of right now. But I think I might talk a little more about some things, just because I haven't been on the internet for a while. I'm doing good in school, guys. I have good grades. 2 A's and 1 B in a class right now. This is like the 4th or 5th week of school. But I'm doing very good. Very good, guys. What else should I say? I definitely false alarmed a bunch of things in my past. like some fake trailers stuff I said I was gonna post. Never post them before. Sorry about that, guys. For those who wanted to watch that, I'm sorry. But we did not post those. So, that's that. So it's oh well. Yeah. So I'm going to explain into some details on episode 2. Let me just find... I think we had a script for episode 2. And maybe, hopefully. The Apocalypse. Okay, right here. Okay. Oh, this was... Okay. So this isn't what we filmed in episode 2. It's quite a bit. We'll still read it. Let me get a sip of water, guys. So, let's go here. This is what we were filming on episode 2. I guess we kind of went a different path. I guess first we'll explain what we were filming and then what it was supposed to be, what our intentions were. Take the Hoodie Apocalypse book 1. Okay. Okay. 2 years later, me and Hayden get into a huge fight. He screamed, "I thought I trusted you. I had to do it, or they would have killed me." "Who?" he asked. I didn't tell him, and I ended up running away, just to get away from him. Eventually, 5 years later, I then woke up on a beach confused and hot. I then crawled over to the water and scooped up handfuls onto my face and drank some of the water. I then proceeded to stand up and look around with complete confusion. Where the hell am I? I then looked over to the mini lake next to me that had my gun next to me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I then walk through the water and grab my gun, but as I was grabbing it, someone stepped on my hand. What do you think you're doing, mate? He asked me with an Australian accent. Just to grab my gun and head out, I replied to him. Get up, you're lucky those things didn't get to you. What things? Seems you've been out here long enough, he said to me. Well, look, I'm going to blow this forest up. You should come. I then followed him to his duffel bag with his supplies, not thinking that I had a choice to live out here, not thinking I had a chance. I have a tracker on this device called the Igniter. If we can get to it, we can light this forest. We then reach his duffel bag and he tosses it to me near a nearby lake, and I open it to see a knife, grenade, some bandages, and a water along with a walkie-talkie. So that was the intention of episode 2. What it was supposed to be, though, was completely different. So I'm gonna kind of wrap this up as fast as possible because the gameplay here is 16 minutes and 6 seconds. So we gotta cut this up into fast. So what it was originally gonna be is the episode will start off with a black screen, seeing a couple years later. Before Ryan met Hayden, it then fades to a scene with a man walking through the forest with a suitcase, only getting a camera angle of the suitcase and anywhere below the suitcase. As a hoodie appears in front of the guy, he doesn't really care, and as it starts to run up to him, he just kicks it out of his way. Then, it will switch to a scene of Ryan walking through the forest cautiously, holding his shotgun. He then starts to look around for animals he can save for a meal later. Ryan then starts to walk onto the main road and walks down it slowly and tired, thinking about everything that has happened. Ryan's inner voice / the narrator says, "Is this it? Is this where everything ends, or do I keep walking and surviving?" He then has to make a hard decision. Does he end it here, or does he keep walking? He then sits down behind a tree. A camera then switches to him taking his gun and pointing it to his head. As he's about to pull the trigger, James takes his hand and lowers his gun. James. Don't do it, young survivor. I know I can't say you have a lot to live for with this world we are living in now, but come with me and put the gun to better uses. Ryan is crying while sobbing. Well, that's a mistake. Ryan is crying while and sobbing. Ryan is crying and sobbing. Oh shoot, I lost the part. Why is it that I should follow you while sobbing? Because I have an antidote. Oh shoot. Wait. Because I have an antidote that might work. A scientist I work with told me that to test it out on a cell phone tower, he said. It should release a chemical, and I put it in the spot I'm supposed to. And we should be able to save the world. Ryan. Why is it that you want to save the world, everyone so bad? I don't, but it's the right thing to do. And it's the next thing I should do. So if you don't come with me, sir, your butt will not be saved. It's also better to stay in a group. In fact, it's the best thing to do in a situation like this. James then James offers him a hand up off the ground. A couple seconds later, Ryan takes his hand. A scene then switches to Ryan and James side by side on the roads to the cell phone tower, and then switches to a scene of a mad scientist working in his lab and typing codes in his computer. The scientist says. As he is working, looks into the bottle that he was making, the serum. He turns around. One of the bottles was that was an ingredient to the serum to stop the apocalypse, but then he turned turned it around and it said nuclear blast. It then switches to a scene to the scientist's face with his eyes widening, looking deeply worried and devastated. He then starts to freak out, and his elbow hits another liquid that turned out to be acid that leaked all the way down to the gas tanks. He then looks up at the camera and screams, "Ah!" And it switches to the outside of the lab blowing up. James and Ryan hear the explosion and look over to the direction where it came from. "The lab! Follow me now! Hurry!" "Yes, sir." It then switches to a scene of them running in the opposite direction, heading back the direction they came from toward the lab. The camera then slowly starts to look up at the sky and transition into a new scene. It then switches to a scene of a bunch of hoodies around the lab going crazy. James and Ryan run up to the lab and start knocking out as many hoodies as possible. Mid-process, the suitcase with the serum gets knocked out of James' hand, flying into the burning lab. The lab then explodes again. James: "We need to get out of here now." As he says it, gunshots and blood splattering can be heard in this background of the fire. "Yeah!" They then start running away from the building with a bunch of hoodies chasing them into the forest. Ryan then grabs a wooden knife he carved out of his pocket and says, "Here!" "Thanks," James says. They then proceed to try to kill as many hoodies. Then the camera switches to a bunch of hoodies laying on the ground around them, with Ryan and James in the middle of all the dead hoodies. James then throws down his wooden knife and it stabs into the ground, and James starts walking over to the river, and Ryan follows. They then both take a seat on the rocks in front of the river. Ryan: "So what do we do now? The cure is gone." "Survive. There is no cure and no chance of restoring the life we once had." The camera then starts pointing behind them, just showing them sitting by the river and listening to all the nature's noises around them. James: "Well, we can't just sit here. Let's make a campfire. It's getting colder by the second." "How?" Ryan says. "We have nothing to start a fire with." James then replies, "I think I might have a fire starter in my bag. Let me see if it's still there." He then checked his bag to see if it was still there. The fire starter he packed was still in his bag. He then grabs the fire starter, and Ryan tells James too. Ryan then says, let's go grab some sticks and dead grass and plants, and maybe even some tree bark for the fire." "All right," James says. Wait. Okay. They then both grab the items they needed to have a nice, warm place to stay for the night. They then wake up in the morning and they both yawn. "Good morning," James says. Ryan then replies with a "Good morning. Let's start packing this up. We need to find another area to stay because we can't survive. We can't stay here forever." James then says, "True. Let's pack this up." They then pack everything up and they're ready to travel. Ryan then says, "What's the plan?" James then replies with, "Well, how about how about we go explore the lab while you find a place to settle here, and I think I might have some walkie-talkies in my bag. Let's split up." They then split up. James continues to walk to the blown-up lab, and he kills a couple hoodies along the way. As he's exploring the lab, he sees a military airdrop crate. He then takes out his walkie-talkie and says, "James, hey, yo, I think I might have found a military crate." Ryan then says, "Really?" "Yeah," James replies. The camera then zooms out and sees James getting bit by a zombie. Whoa. Oh, shoot. I forgot James died in this one. James then says, "Oh, shit." And then the video then starts playing the credits a couple minutes later. After the credits, the camera spins out and shows James' dead body as the camera lifts higher and higher into the air. And at the end, it shows a list of their supplies that they had at the end. A full water bottle, a shotgun, 4 shotgun shells, and a backpack. At the beginning, they also had a shotgun, 4 shotgun shells, a backpack, and half of a water bottle. Dang, I forgot. He died in this one. That's crazy. So maybe I'm thinking what if I still kind of continued the hoodie apocalypse, but like writing it out only. So like I won't film it, but I'll like write like a story, and each episode can be like a story. Well, guys, I'll discuss more in a later video, but right now that's all the leaks and stuff that you can really know. I don't know if I already said this already, but the show I'm making is called Doomsday, which I already said that. But thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Help me reach 100 subscribers, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.